Welcome, everybody, to
Hey yo.
Okay. Well, Addy, you just want to do the intro today? Is that it?
Nah.
Alright, that's what I thought. Shut Your Mouth Lounge, episode number 118. It's me, Alex. I got here with me one Addy, interrupting as usual, and one
Just
pink.
doing the bit.
Oh, Christ. Doing the
That
bit
was an
so.
accident, I swear.
Oh, and one pink sparkle puff.
Hello there.
And I would say, like, Soon's not here, but everyone out of the four of us. What a fucking week, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh, when it rains, it fucking pours. Ah, I'm sure something good happened at some point, though. I'm not entirely sure, but something.
Pink birthday.
Yes, I was birthed a few days ago.
Did you have a good day of birth?
Oh yes, it was splendid.
Did did no one get trampled to death in the store that day?
I actually didn't work on my birthday, so that was pretty cool.
All right. Uh, have you got to touch Civ 4 yet?
I did just a little bit.
That it's not as old and jank as Civ 3.
Right,
There's still some parts of it that are a little obtuse, like how they really don't like to intricately explain what texts do.
right.
But you can definitely see where the road started to get paved for Civ 6 right there.
Yeah.
Like that, I think Civ 4 was the one that introduced like being able to control where your population works and specialists, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Civ 5 finally moved it from squares to hexes, and now districts.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty crazy series.
Quite the evolution.
Yeah. Squares to hexes. We've added four more sides. Wait. How many sides?
Uh,
Hexes. It's six-sided, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay. Ah. And the next time that goes on sale, I need to pick up a copy for Addy as well. But if Addy's computer can't run Civ 4, I will be fucking confused. Like, Addy,
Yeah.
what is the most advanced game your computer you know for sure can run right now?
Oh, that I know for sure it can run.
I mean, Civ 4 couldn't be
Technically
any more advanced than
advanced.
Tabletop Sim, could it?
But tabletop sim runs at like freaking like tabletop sim runs in a 720p window at an alright frame rate, and that's it. Like I can go higher than that.
But Tabletop Sim does have, like, realistic physics and stuff, and that's pretty hard to run.
Yeah, that is true.
Uh,
I don't know because I didn't test this PC with Sims 3. I don't think. Uh, I did test Enter the Gungeon. That worked, but that's Enter the Gungeon. It's 2D.
yeah.
Like it, like it has good lighting, but I had to turn it off for it to run. So it doesn't really show much.
No. When is your birthday?
Mine
Yeah.
on the 28th.
28th. Okay. So that will fall.
Yeah,
Wrap
it's
up.
next week's. Yeah, it's next week's podcast. There we go.
All right. This next week actually looks like, in terms of our content, looks all right for Addy. We're gonna be talking Guilty Gear on Tuesday, and then it's gonna be your birthday podcast. Which, if you
Yeah.
wanted to skip, I absolutely would not mind. It's your birthday.
I'm in freaking quarantine, dude.
Oh right.
What are you
I
gonna do on your
can,
birthday
I
now?
can't leave.
No.
Uh,
Well, I'm not in quarantine yet, but I think Wednesday is when they are rolling it out. So if you're on the street, they are fining you for like 15 to life.
okay.
I don't actually know what the exact amount of the fine is, but it's like it's ludicrous amounts just to get people to not go out.
Yeah. Okay. I see. I see. Boy, like this last week, it is just. I mean, the week before and this week, it just went from 0 to 100, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
just about.
in a week or freaking like in a week, in regards to the virus, Hungary went from having like 15 people to having 103.
They,
So in a week,
I thought the numbers were supposed to be like, it might be different in Hungary. Like the population might be a bit more dense there, but like I thought. Pink, did you see the same headline that like the statistic was it'll double every week or every month?
Uh, I have not seen that statistic. I want to say that they're expecting the worst of it though, so I'm assuming it's like double every week.
I feel like it might be double every like 2 days or something, because that's what Italy is doing.
Yeah.
Italy has went from 50,000 to like 40,000 in a week, or something like that. Something stupid. I'm not
Mhm.
sure how, but oh well.
It's Italy and Iran are both supposed to be horribly mismanaging it right now,
Yeah,
and so they're kind of operating as the opposite negative example to South Korea. You know,
yeah.
this is how you do it. This is how you don't do it.
Yeah, I feel like South Korea and Japan are doing it pretty all right. Japan, like the thing with Japan is that Japan's trying to contain it and stuff like that, and then Kyoto at the same time Kyoto is like, hey, come to Kyoto. There's no tourists.
Yeah, there's a lot of that shit going on. I'm sure you guys have been seeing the headlines about GameStop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How about that?
Unbelievable.
I
I mean, hey,
cannot
it's,
live
it's
without my fucking copy of EA's Anthem.
yeah, dude, I just need to go and get fined so that I can go to the local GameStop and freaking buy FIFA 25. I don't know it. There's not even a GameStop here, but I'll just go to Germany. They probably have them.
Oh man, it's it's something. It's actually developed into something we're probably gonna talk to our kids about. You know, our
Yeah.
collective kids, all three of us, we're gonna adopt.
Yes. No. Gene manipulation will have a huge leap after the virus, and then we're just gonna combine our genes in a test tube and then have a freaking monster.
Ah, shit. Well, what was it that I named Pink and Grimmer's kid in the Sims game? Pink, you named it
Holly
actually.
Oates.
Holly Oates. And then she beat up soon, despite being an infant. It was like a face hugger from the Alien movies. It just leaped out of the cradle and latched onto Soon's face. Oh, Christ. Eddie, do you have anything going up on your channel this week?
I don't think so.
And it looks like on the main channel this week, we've got... Oh, what have we got? We've got actually a lot of stuff that's not scheduled.
Yeah, I'll need to go and do that.
We've got Descendered scheduled for this week. Do we want to schedule Fighter Z for this week?
We could.
We've got a
I mean,
lot of fighting
yeah.
games right now in the fucking... We've got a lot of fighting games in the tube.
Yeah, I thought about freaking for the time of the quarantine or for the collective quarantine to upload videos daily because YouTube algorithm, but then I was like, wait a second, no.
Yeah, YouTube's algorithm is not going to be any nicer to us. And it's still going to be like, what, you make videos that are something other than vlogging, and also you have less than 3 million subscribers?
Million, yeah.
Yeah, we're not putting you on the front page.
In fact, we're not putting you internet recommended.
Yeah. If they put our videos on the front page, even just by like random chance, I would still be incredibly embarrassed. Don't look at it! No!
Freaking
It's me being dumb.
one of our videos gets to the front page is the one where W said that the ocean is really cold or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's really bottom at the cold at oh no.
Yeah, that
Oh,
it's really bottom at the cold of the water.
Oh no.
How did we make that worse?
Oh fuck. Oh. Well, Okay. That certain. It's really bottom at the cold of the ocean. We've got my tagline. If we ever make like a promo image that's us with
that's your epitaph.
yeah. If we ever make like a promo image and each of us is put next to a quote of ours, that's mine. It's really bottom at the cold of the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh man. So yeah, I guess on this week we're gonna have a surprise video at some point.
Oh ho ho!
Ooh. All right, and Addy, you got nothing coming out on your channel?
Nope.
All right. So, Pink, what you been up to this week, man?
Not much. Like we mentioned earlier, we were we recording at the time? I don't remember. Got a little bit of Civ 4 in, and
oh yeah, right.
yeah, there are a lot of mechanics to that game.
Uh-huh.
It's like you gotta keep your people healthy and unplagued. You gotta keep them happy. There's just so much to that game. It's kind of incredible.
It also is kind of simplified, honestly.
Yeah.
Because have you taken a look at the religion mechanic?
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Yeah, I remember Soon and I used to play Civ 4 back in the day. And playing with Soon was the most obnoxious thing if you like religion in that game. Because Soon just gets all of the religions. And soon to be playing America, and you'd just be getting these fucking text notifications every 5 minutes. Judaism has started in America. Christianity has started in America. Hinduism has started in America. He got every single one, every game.
It was the Infinity Gauntlet of religions.
Oh, you can steal people's religion in that game too, I think. So yeah, it is the Infinity Gauntlet. Oh man, we've got to get the city of Delhi away from America so they can't complete the religion gauntlet. All right. What Civ did you pick in Civ 4?
I was Ethiopia.
Ah, yeah, they've not one of the most commonly predicted ones for the runner expansion for Civ 6.
Oh.
Because they've just been there in every fucking game so far. Well, most games. I want to say they skipped like 3 or something.
Right. I don't recall them being in 3.
But in 4 they are a religious Civ, right?
Yes. What were they?
And their unique unit is like Shotel Warriors, I want to say.
I haven't even built their unique unit yet. I've not gotten that far.
I remember Civ 5's Ethiopia, but it was very distinctly built around Haile Selassie. Whereas Civ 4, Ethiopia's leader is Zara Yacob, right?
Right.
Very, very different. You know, when was Zara Yacob alive? A long fucking time ago.
2.
2, yeah, 2. I'll look it up. Oh, but, like, Haile Selassie, he died in, like, the 70s. And when did Zara Yacob die? Let's look it up. No, don't open YouTube. Don't open YouTube. But, like, if he's, like, one of the oldest of the Solomonic kings of, oh, man, the picture that Google uses of Zara Yacob is the fucking picture from Civ 4. Okay, Zara Yacob lived from 1399 to 1468. So, not as old as other Solomonic kings of Ethiopia, but still. Whew.
Yeah.
It's a difference between a medieval-focused faction and a modern-day-focused faction, definitely. Anyways, anything else?
Let's see. Animal Crossing released this week, March 20th.
Did you pick it up day one?
Volcano picked it up day 1. I was only tagging along. They've actually got, like, simultaneous multiplayer nowadays.
I've heard that the game's really good, but that there's only one save file per console.
Yes, I feel like that's right. Per user, I want to say. So, like,
No.
you know how on your Xbox you can make multiple users?
Yeah.
It's the same with the Switch. You have to make multiple users for them to be able to make a character on that Switch.
Well, what I heard is that each user can make their own character, but there's only one world. And,
I believe that is correct.
And only, like, the original owner of the world can do things like add bridges and stuff.
That is probably correct as well.
Do the others even get houses?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can still go and just leave. Oh, it was my favorite thing playing Animal Crossing when I was just a little kid, was just getting a bunch of those little, what's their name? The little dancing things.
Gyroids.
The gyroids. Just get, well, I just loved hoarding gyroids altogether. But, like, finding all the junk I could all over the world and just leaving it on people's front lawns. And trying to lock them inside their own houses by leaving junk in front of their door. Good times, good times.
Oh, yeah.
You guys did see what IGN did for the simultaneous launch, right?
I did not.
Their picture for Doom Eternal was Isabelle wearing the Doom Guy armor and killing demons. And their picture for Animal Crossing was Doom Guy in a t-shirt and, like, Hawaiian shorts fishing on a coast. I think they even did, like, the nameplates in each other's style. So it was like
Funny.
a happy little wooden thing that said, Doom Eternal. And then this crazy demonic thing saying, Animal Crossing New Horizons. What's its name?
I think New Horizons is the correct title.
Oh, alright. I can't believe I actually got that right. How many have there been now? Because there's the original New Leaf. There was one on the Wii U, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was the Amiibo game.
Was there one on the Wii U?
There was.
I feel like there...
Addy is absolutely right also that weird me-focused one was very, very close to being Animal Crossing as well. So, such a strange series, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. You got one on the DS, one on the GameCube, one on the Wii. I don't remember a Wii U one personally, but I'll include that as well. And then we have the Switch, which makes 5. There's probably one on the 3DS, which would make 6.
There was definitely one that was about cities or something.
Yeah, City Folk, which was on Wii.
Ah, okay.
And then you have also have all those Harvest Moons.
Yeah. And you can't forget Animal Crossing Revengeance.
Yes.
Animal Crossing 2 Electric Boogaloo. What would be the most ill-fitted subtitle for an Animal Crossing game?
Freaking, I know a good one. Animal. This is the freaking subtitle for a shitty like anime game that's like even I'm disgusted. So it's it would be Animal Crossing Undead and Unaddressed.
Addy always catches me when I'm drinking, I swear.
That's why I do the long build-ups, so you can start to drink and then you have to do a spit take.
I never spit because there's a computer right here, so I just choke on it instead. You're gonna kill me. Oh. What would be like a really dumb anime one to throw on there? Any of the Blaze Blue subtitles would probably work.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing, Central Fiction. What?
No, Animal Crossing Chrono Phantasma Extend.
Oh yeah, there we go. Alright. So, Pink,
That's
did you
a sci-fi element.
It is, basically. Pink, did you get to play the new Animal Crossing?
I did, just a little bit.
So they added anything new?
As far as I can tell, yeah, a lot of things are new. Because, I used to be able to buy shovels and nets and fishing poles.
Yeah?
Well, now this is a survival horror game with crafting, so you can actually make all those things.
And you have to escape the Nemesis?
And you have to escape the Nemesis. Oh
And
no, it's not
you
actually
also have to
survival horror, but
you know
yeah,
you have to eat the freaking villagers. That's how you survive.
you have to feast upon their flesh. Yes, so in the beginning of the game, as far as I'm aware, it would probably just be the beginning, but there is quote unquote weapon degradation. So the flimsy stuff you craft will eventually break, and then you'll have to craft more. But I'm assuming as you get further into the game, you'll just be able to buy the equipment.
Wasn't there always a traveling merchant
From
that like sold a golden axe, a golden shovel, a golden net?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I remember being a little kid and getting frustrated by that mechanic. Early encounters with RNG, still not kind.
Nope.
RNG
I
is a
can
cruel
say
god.
for a fact that I never received anything good from the wandering traveler trader guy.
Yeah, he usually just sells a couch.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, this will be helpful,
I've got some
thanks.
fancy wallpaper here for you, boy.
Yep. Oh man, that's Animal Crossing for you. If you just had all of the helm design options laid out in front of you from the very beginning, you wouldn't play the game more than an hour. Anything else?
No, I believe that is it.
Addy!
All right. Well then, let's see. I did start up Hollow Knight once again.
Okay, alright. Is it still on Game Pass?
I bought the thing on PS4. That's
I
where I'm playing it, but
we
I
do
do
that
think
every
it's still on
time.
Play. Yeah, I do think it's still on Game Pass though.
I I seriously need to look into that, but I guess I need to finish Dark Souls 3 first.
So I don't know how far I'm into in the game, but I have reached like the fifth or fourth like extension to the initial starting place.
Okay.
And I don't know. A lot of people like this game or actually love this game because like whatever, I like the game. It's fun. I wouldn't go as far as to say that I love it though, because it has so many freaking issues that I just don't like and just take me out of the game.
Such as what?
Yeah.
Such as what?
The jumping feels off to me because sometimes like the thing is it feels like they designed the controls, whether you're just moving or jumping, it feels like they designed it around like um just the four angles instead of the taking the eight.
The
So it's not.
the cardinal directions.
Yeah, they just took the cardinal directions and then they whenever you press the things diagonally by accident or on purpose, because I sometimes move in Mario diagonally, which just makes it so I move a bit slower, but not as slow as if I were not moving at all. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so in this game, there's just no overlap. It's just either you're going this way or you're not moving. And sometimes when you press it diagonally by accident, your character just stops moving, which is an issue when you die quite easily.
Okay.
The fighting, I'm not quite. Yeah.
I've never thought to use that in Mario. Does like Mario crouch walk? Wait, which Mario are we even talking about?
Well, I usually played SMB1, so yeah. But like, but I say that I don't mean on the ground, because on the ground it's whatever. I don't think it makes a difference there. But when you're jumping, if you press it diagonally, then it takes off of a bit of the speed.
Oh, it can cut your momentum. Okay, and
Yeah.
in Hollow Knight, if you do that, it cuts all the momentum.
Yes.
Okay. Now, doesn't the Hollow Knight have like kind of a weird dive down attack? Like
No, it has a Legend of Zelda 2 like downward thrust, but it's not really a dive down attack, and it's
okay, so
yeah.
you put a hitbox underneath you, but you don't fall any faster.
No.
Okay, do you think it might have something to do with that then? They wanted to focus on that.
I don't know, cause there were some platforming stuff that I saw that were designed around that, but um like those were specific blocks that you need to hit to jump with it. Otherwise, they didn't really design around it.
All right.
So if they designed around it, I don't know. I just don't see it. But yeah, the fighting like just fighting overall doesn't really feel that good yet, like, at least to me. But I just chalked it up to user error. So,
All right.
cause yeah. What else? Well, I think I've beaten like freaking 7 bosses, but I feel like 5 of them were mini bosses, and the game doesn't really do a great job at explaining whether they are normal or mini bosses.
Are there boss health meters in this game?
No.
Oh. Yeah, then it could be a little ambiguous. Because
Like
I've
the
heard
only
a lot of.
yeah.
I got a question. I've heard a lot of comparisons to Souls here, but I'm going to assume there's like no fog walls, none of that stuff.
Well, there kind of is, but it's less like that and more like Sonic. So, like, well, there are no fog walls, but like the hidden passages. There are hidden passages in this game, but it's not a thing of you need to hit this this style of this wall. It's you need to walk through this wall and just know that you'll go through it.
Oh, no. I didn't mean illusory walls. I understand the confusion because Souls doesn't clear it up, but like fog walls, fog doors are the little things that are blocking the entryway. They're basically doors for bosses that you go through and enemies can't.
Oh no, there's none of those.
Okay.
The only thing the only thing that I have found so far that enemies can't enter are elevators.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the thing in Souls 2. Enemies got confused by elevators for some reason.
I mean, I like the safe space.
Yeah. Souls is absolutely big on safe spaces.
Yeah.
You do actually remind me of something. I do want to go ahead and say something because I'll forget it by the time I get to talk about my game. But in Souls 2, they made it where enemies would just ignore elevators and you were safe to go on them. Souls 3, they got rid of that. But it does not work out because if you take the elevator down, well, they still try to go after you. So they dive their asses down the elevator shaft and fucking fall to their deaths.
Ah, nice.
There are several difficult enemies that you can easily kill just by using that.
Yeah, in this game there's sort of a similar thing, only you can't actually kill the enemies with it because there are these like flying enemies that can follow you if you trigger them. Actually, there's like 5 too many of those, but there are these enemy types that if you trigger them, they will follow you up an elevator, but you usually can't just go down and squish them or anything like that because the elevator moves too slow. And yeah, the flying enemy types are really freaking annoying. Just like they're not fun to fight. Annoying.
Does the Hollow Knight have any ranged moves? Like, is a ranged playstyle possible?
All right.
What was that? Can no one hear me?
I can hear you.
Something must be going on over on Addie's side. But, like, in this mainline Souls games, not so much in Bloodborne, but in the mainline Souls games, ranged playstyles are very much viable. Like, it's part of why, like, I've always wanted Dark Souls 1 to go on sale on the Xbone. Is because, Pink, like, you're not too intent on, like, difficult melee-based games, right?
Right.
So hey, my Discord crashed.
Okay.
Okay, I was wondering what was happening there.
Discord is trying to silence me. Is what's happening.
It's trying to censor you, Eddie.
The truth must not come out about Hollow Knight.
Where was I?
I asked you if the Hollow Knight has any ranged moves. Is a ranged playstyle possible?
Technically yes. In theory, or like the thing is, you do have a range move that you unlock fairly early on, but you can only use it if you kill enemies. So if you died and you're coming back to an area that you were in, or something like, or if you use your magic juice to heal yourself, you don't have any range attacks. And also the range attack is just in front of you.
So it
You
pulls
can't actually aim it.
Okay, so it pulls from the same resource as your healing. Okay.
Yeah.
Does this resource recharge when you sit down at a checkpoint at a bench?
No, it only recharges as you hit people.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Can you not get like stuck in a cycle of not having any healing then?
You can.
Okay. That's actually more ruthless than Dark Souls. Cause shit, Dark
But
Souls at least gives you your magic and your healing back.
And then the map thing. So I feel like we're gonna disagree about this, but maybe not. I don't know. I just feel like the way they did the map isn't the best, because like realism wise, it's realistic. Fun wise, it doesn't, like, I don't know. I just don't like being freaking getting lost in a Metroidvania. Because how the maps work is that you need to find the map salesman, or in that part of the map, and then he sells you a map for freaking stupid amounts of money. And then you can actually check the map. And the thing is,
your character doesn't fill out the map themselves over time?
no.
Oh, that's bad.
If you don't buy a map, you don't know where the hell you are. But, and listen to this, even if you buy the map, that's not enough, because then you'll only just see the layout of the map. What part of the layout that they gave to you. So you need to go and grind money so that you can buy a pin that actually works where you are on the map, and you also need to buy freaking Aquilin ink so that you can join the parts that they didn't.
That is strange. That is fucking weird. That goes against like classic Metroidvania tropes.
And like, I get one or the other. I prefer the second option of having to buy freaking the pin and the quill, but like, don't have both. Just don't freaking don't strand me in a large area that I don't know where the hell it is, and where I don't know where anything is, and just expect me to go. Oh well, obviously I just need to freaking explore all of the map to find the map salesman, die 50 times on the way, and then go and grind money because I don't have enough for the freaking map.
You shouldn't have to pay for your character's location to be put on the map. Like, either it shouldn't be done or it should be done. Like, if they really want to enforce the feeling of like you're going on a fucking deep journey in a cave so you don't know where you are and you have to actually keep track of yourself, sure, do that, though Hollow Knight is probably not the game to do that in. It's probably more fitting for something like The Forest. But, like, if you're going to have it in the first place, if you're going to have a genre like Metroidvanias, which do tend to prioritize gameplay over realism, then you should just have that there. Like, to me, the only reasonable thing to have an unlockable about the map is, like, the fucking loot detector, you know? The stuff that'll tell you, hey, you missed some items in this room, and in this
I
room.
actually don't think there is a loot detector in this game, but you have to buy everything else about the map.
Okay.
Like you need to buy the markers so you know where you are. You need to buy the markers so you know where the bonfires are, the equivalents. You need to buy a detector so you know where the fast travel stations are because they're separate sometimes. You need to buy a freaking marker to know where the shops are.
What if I just don't want to spend the money? What if I just don't want to put up with the map?
Then you just don't know where the hell you are. You
Okay.
just figure it out yourself.
When you get to the fast
Get
travel...
wrecked, nerd.
When you get to the fast travel points, does it, like, open a menu just saying the fast travel points, or does it show you on the map, like, where the fast travel points are?
It shows you where the fast travel points are in your area, but also you also need to pay for the fast travel.
You have to pay for fast travel?
It's a one-time charge per fast travel station, but yes,
Okay, you pay to open each fast travel station. Is it expensive or is it a pittance?
it's expensive.
Oh,
The first one is all right. Like the first one is 50 pieces of money, which isn't too much. It's like half the money you'll have at that point, but it's not too much because you can get it back quite fast comparatively. Second one is like 240 or something.
why not just have fast travel at the fucking bonfires?
I don't know.
That's what every other Souls game does. Okay, this game sounds strange.
Like I like the art style, the music's alright, but I play the game and it's like, oh no.
Is there like a section of the game where you're supposed to feel trapped?
If there is, I haven't found it yet.
Okay, because there's a section of Dark Souls 1 where... There are two sections of Dark Souls 1 where fast travel is distinctly blocked. And it's because you're supposed to feel trapped in that moment.
Oh no, there's I don't really see a lot of like. I don't know how they would do it because there's only one point that I have found that you would feel kind of trapped, but that was in one part of one area where you have to fight two characters who you can only kill with freaking with ranged shots, and also they're constantly firing at you.
Yeah, this sounds like a lot of Dark Souls fights. And?
Well, the thing is, um, once again, shooting is on health. Well, it's on the same resource as health.
And you can't aim
So-
it, right?
And you can't aim it.
Hmm.
You can only aim it as far as left and right. And jumping, I guess. But like it's hard to aim and then fight also because they spawn little gremlins so you can actually shoot shit at them. But it's a bit hard to at the same time fight the gremlins, shoot at them, also dodge their bullets because they're not firing in sequence or not they're not firing at the same time they're firing in sequence.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't able to freaking complete that. I just left because there's not enough money. What else? Like one interesting thing that I have found about this game that I actually like how it's taken on the Souls thing is that instead of just leaving behind your shit and just having to reclaim your soul or whatever, if you go back, your soul is actually is an enemy that you have to kill.
What?
Yeah, if you die, your soul is trapped there, and your vessel goes back there, and you have to kill your soul to get it back into you.
Okay, this is gonna be a pull, but they took that mechanic from Zombie U.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
Uh-huh. How about that, huh? That
Nice.
game's got a lasting legacy. Oh, man. Zombie.
So, yeah.
You was friggin' weird, man.
It was trash. Had some interesting concepts, certainly, but a lot of games do. Anyways, Eddie, what were you saying?
but yeah, Hollow Knight is okay. It's better than Undertale at least. Like, that's how you know that I'm scraping 4 freaking compliments. Like if I have to choose a freaking indie darling, like 2D game to like, I'll choose freaking Hollow Knight. But
there are some ones that you have to like. What about Guacamelee?
it's all right. It is a better Metroidvania.
Yeah, Metroidvania. Guacamelee is a fantastic Metroidvania. I need to actually play some Metroid games at some point.
I've tried. I didn't like it.
I've tried the Vania.
Yeah.
I just haven't tried the Metroid part of Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah.
how do you feel about Metroidvanias, Pink?
I'm not sure I've ever played one, to be quite honest.
Oh, all right.
Eh?
Addy, you continue?
Yeah, so aside from that, let's see. Hmm. I played some KOF freaking 14 against actual people because quarantine.
All right.
Yeah,
How
turns
many
out people
Athenas?
only one.
Oh! Oh my!
Yeah, turns out when people mesh in Tekken, they won't like 2D fighting games. But yeah. Also, I watched a couple of movies.
Ooh, alright.
So I watched let's see what the freaking name was. I think it was Return of the Dragon or something like that, but it was a Bruce Lee film.
Ooh, yes, I feel like I've heard of that one.
Yeah,
Does he
yeah,
fight Chuck Norris or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. Okay, it's the famous Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris movie. Okay, it makes sense.
I feel like there were two of those because I remember another fight that they had that I saw a clip of that wasn't in Rome.
Yeah.
Really, that's how I can tell it apart.
Okay, because the only one I've seen was in Rome, yeah. So,
But yeah, go ahead.
given that it's Bruce Lee, I'm going to assume the fight scenes are fantastic.
Yeah, the well, I liked how because this was actually I think written the screenplay was written by Bruce Lee, and I liked how he put his ideology into the movie, by which I mean that people are shitting on karate because it's not Chinese. And he's like, no, if you can defend yourself with karate, do karate. Which I think it's a healthy way of looking at martial arts.
Yeah.
because like as much as I like freaking Eastern martial arts, as you can freaking as far freaking I can't speak. Like as long as you can actually freaking defend yourself, it doesn't matter what you're doing or how much flair.
Right.
That's why
So,
pro
yeah,
wrestling is the superior martial art, as displayed in every Street Fighter game.
Yeah, I was displayed in every Hulk Hogan movie.
That's
But yeah.
a thing that only happens in video games, but I'd love to see it happen in movies. Like, it's some actual martial artist like Jet Li comes up, and then here's John Cena, and he just fucking suplex. He does a fucking Hurricane Rana or a. No, what's the stupidest wrestling move that would look just awful in an actual movie?
Canadian Destroyer.
Canadian Destroyer. There's gotta be one dumber than that.
The Dickplex.
Dickplex. I don't know, that's too stupid even for wrestling, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
Like, the Canadian Destroyer, every now and then you just look the other way and you're like, I didn't see that. But, like, the Dickplex, it dominates the matches that it takes part in. You can't ignore it. You can't ignore its girth.
Freaking Powerbomb Snapmare.
Powerbomb Snapmare? What?
Yeah.
Does he lift him up? Like, is it like a powerbomb cutter, except instead it's a snapmare?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty sure that was original on MDK move, but I think I saw a clip of a guy actually doing it in real life.
Oh,
and I was like, no, you're not supposed to do that, because I don't think MDK is doing those to give indie wrestlers ideas. My favorite one was my favorite one of his the freaking the move that he came up with was, I think it was something like the Powerbomb Hurricane Rana.
Oh. So it's just pointless. It's like a creative finisher from the older SmackDown vs. Raw games?
Yes.
Just lift him up for a powerbomb, drop him, do another move to him.
No. No, you lift them up on your shoulders, you throw out their legs, and then while they're in the air, you do a backflip and then do a Hurricane Rana that way.
That's some stupid anime bullshit right there.
Yep. But it would look awesome. You would all. Everybody would break their freaking necks, but you know.
Well, why have the power bomb then? Just make it a fucking pop up.
I don't know.
Like
Fake out.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone in real life reverse a fucking dive move with a Hurricane Rana ever. Probably because it'd break the other guy's neck, but like Hurricane Rana is distinctly one of those moves where the other guy has to intentionally eat shit.
Yeah.
So he'd have to be able to change trajectory in midair if he doesn't want the other guy to break his fucking neck. That, well, at the very least, though, if they botch it, it'll look like he just was trying to do a drop kick. So there's that at least.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, the fight scenes were alright. There's this one thing that I want to point out. I watched 2 Bruce Lee movies this past week. I don't remember the other one's title, but I watched this first one, which was filmed a year before his death, I think. And there's this scene where a woman gets him to go to her house with her, and then she leaves him in the room alone. He starts practicing in the mirror, and then the door opens up and she's naked. And then Bruce Lee hides in the freaking the wardrobe, screaming. But it was quite a shocking scene because you know that's not what you expect from a movie from freaking 72. But
That is exactly what I expect from a movie from 72.
but then the other movie, which
Did the
was
door
I think
open
the big
and she was naked, and just in the background you hear the narrator go, "Oh yeah."
no, they didn't have any music behind it.
Ah, that'd have been awesome.
But
Bruce Lee now has an afro for some reason.
yeah.
And bell bottoms.
But yeah, and then I was like when I started watching the second movie, I was which was actually called The Big Boss. That I remembered it.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember hearing about that. Yes.
Yeah, so when I was going into that, I was like, well, surely that was a one-off thing. Surely they wouldn't have shown freaking so much tits in in the 70s and 60s, and there were 2 freaking shots where women revealed their boobage.
You were
And-
bamboozled.
Yeah,
Bamboobled.
You never expected just how much Bruce Lee got it on.
yeah.
Despite the fact that he was famously monogamous in real life, wasn't he?
I don't know.
I haven't looked into it.
I don't know. I've only looked into his death, and apparently there was like legitimately no way they could have saved him. He would have died anyway.
He was on some fucked up pain pill or something, wasn't he?
Well, he had like brain swelling or something like that. So that was a thing. He had seizures because of that, and then also he also like used 5 different painkillers at the same time.
Oh well, yeah. That doesn't seem like a smart idea.
Yeah. So basically, sooner or later, he would have died anyway. Because
There was no saving that man.
Anything
yeah,
else?
I also watched. I actually don't know that one's title for real though. A Jackie Chan movie. It was a movie where he's a mafioso.
Ooh,
Let me see if I can find it on IMDb.
there are too many Jackie Chan movies for me to start listing off names. Meals on Wheels, no. Drunken Master, no. That one where he dressed up as Chun-Li, no.
Wasn't that the Street Fighter movie?
No. There was some movie where like I guess he got into a fight scene at like a video game convention or something. So the joke was that he dressed up as Chun-Li to sneak in, and also the guy he was going after like had dressed up as Sagat or Bison or Guile. The other guy had dressed up as Guile because they had to make it as stupid as looking as possible. So they got Guile's fucking wig out. Uh, I gotta love that Gal's hair is so stupid that it's the one thing Pink can easily recognize and snark about with Street Fighter.
Okay, it's called Miracles.
Miracles. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, so it's this movie where he becomes he just moved to Hong Kong. He is ripped off. He has no money, but he buys one like magic rose that gives him luck, and so he saves the head of the mafia.
The Triads?
Who they don't disclose it. They show it as like an Italian mafia. So
Oh, okay.
probably not the Triads.
Was the guy white or Asian?
I don't remember,
Okay, fair enough.
but yeah, I think he was Asian. But then anyway, so the guy dies. He wants to tell the mafioso to kill Jackie Chan, but he stops in the middle of the sentence and dies. So they think that he wants him to become the new leader, and so he becomes that. And then basically it's a whole thing of Jackie Chan doesn't know what the hell he's doing. People are just doing things around him. Also, he's like trying to help the woman who sold him the rose to make it so he can buy more roses and be lucky longer. And yeah, like basically, like the thing is, the whole movie ends with Jackie Chan is still a mafioso. Also, there's this big wedding between the Rose Woman's daughter and like this magnate's son. And also, all of the freaking consulate is there.
Okay. I appreciate that he's trying to get more Lucky Flowers. He's like an RPG character trying to hoard the items that buff stats.
Yeah.
And Jackie Chan is min-maxing for luck.
The movie was okay. Jackie Chan was funny, obviously.
Right.
There was one fight scene that dragged on too much. In a like factory or something like that. I don't know what it was because it was stocked with like rope. It was like a rope factory or something.
Okay?
And yeah, it's like the fight scene would have been fun, and there were fun parts to it, but it went on like it went on for far too long. It was like it would have been fine if they would have cut it into a third of it and left it at that. Because instead of actually just like instead of the tear shit that he usually does, it was mostly just Jackie Chan does parkour. Also, there's people trying to hit him.
Yeah, how many... There were a lot of movies that didn't so much use Jackie's sense of humor for the fights, did they?
No, but they used his sense of humor for the fight. That's the thing. They
Oh.
tried. In parts, it was good. It just dragged on so long.
Alright.
But yeah, overall the movie was fun,
Alright.
and I think that's all I've done.
Alright. I haven't done too much with my week. We've been busy with a lot of things over here, obviously. Shit's been going on. I put some time into Total War Warhammer 2 for the first time in what feels like forever. Because a couple weeks ago, oh, no, it was probably just a week ago now, they released an update that changed the game fundamentally. Used to be in the game, for every army you had, the amount you had to pay each army, the upkeep of each army, increased by like eventually an absurd number. Like 15% used to be the number on like normal difficulty or something, which was crazy. And it built this strange game environment where even though you ruled a nation of we rule half the world, we can only afford to have 2 armies, but we rule half the world. And they changed that with a fairly recent update. They removed the mechanic altogether of increased upkeep per army, but in exchange they nerfed the economic output of just about everything. it works out really well because it encourages you to have more and more diverse armies. Because you're no longer encouraged to have just one really fucking good army. Now you can just have a bunch of trash armies. I played as the Vampire Counts. The Vampire Counts,
Ooh.
yeah. They've got a very fun mechanic. Once you get to certain parts of the tech tree for them, zombies and skeleton warriors both become free. So I invoked the spirit of Addy, and I covered the world in skeletons. I also, for the first time, am trying out a notorious cheese. Some factions in that game have a unit, a little hero unit, a little hero guy that you can have running around on the board who can't get into fights but can do other things. And one of those units for some factions can increase the income from a given province of the world. And supposedly the best way to cheese the game is to pick one of the factions that has a hero who can do that, which, so far as I'm aware, is High Elves, Vampire Counts, maybe a couple others, and just stack a ton of those guys in one province. So, my main strategy as a Vampire Count, cover the world in skeletons, huddle like 50 necromancers all in a green field somewhere. Just their mere existence there is making me loads of cash. Don't ask how. I'm not asking them, I'm just looking away and hope it, like, money comes out, so I'm not asking questions. Lord knows how they do it. It's probably, it's probably an affront against God. As a matter of fact, the Chaos Gods did just invade, so, that's cool. They're probably not going to get past Russia, though. Warhammer Russia, excuse me, Kislev. But I'm having a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll finish this campaign, but I'm doubtful because Warhammer campaigns take so long to finish. Other thing I've been playing is Dark Souls 3, which is, I should note, I have said last week that it's the shortest Souls game, and I'm still working on it. Not because the game's long, but just because I'm being an asshole and trying to collect everything. I chose to do that a bit late in the run. Turns out there's some stuff in Dark Souls 3 that is permanently missable. At least per playthrough. You have to fucking roll over to New Game Plus to get it, to get the opportunity again. Like, oh yeah, this is Thorn Knight Kirk. His armor is exclusively, like, if you don't kill him before you kill so-and-so, well, nope, no Thorn Knight Kirk armor for you, asshole. So that's nice.
Yeah.
I have to say, some of the level designs in this game are a bit strange. There are some secret... Okay, Souls 3, one of the things people got onto them for totally understandable reasons, is that Souls 3 is the worst in the series about shit that just happens, like, that there's no way you could have been prepared for without having read about it. There's an NPC who, every time you go to him, he's like, hey, wanna have dark satanic powers and make a dark pledge? And every time I saw him on my first playthrough, I was like, that if I do that, it will totally get my ass kicked later, right? That definitely can't work out. Yeah, turns out if you want to get the secret ending, you have to make a dark deal with him 5 times. Oh, and if you don't do it, if you don't make the dark deal with him 5 times before you fight the first major boss, he dies. He just fucking keels over for no reason. And he doesn't get replaced by another merchant unless you make the crazy dark satanic deal whatever with him. 5 times. Specifically 5 times. As many times as Booker T's favorites club, And there's one fucking secret area that you have to, in order to get to it, you have to go to a specific part where you see 2 skeletons, basically, and 1 statuified dragon making a meditation pose. If you sit down next to them and make a meditation pose, that will teleport you to the game's secret level. How people came to know that is beyond me, other than I guess somebody at some point was like, haha, wouldn't it be cute if I took a picture of myself meditating next to the skeletons meditating, right?
Right.
And then it fucking teleported him to the secret level. Surprise. There are 2 secret items in that secret level that you can only get by meditating in specific places. Which, I mean, at that point, I guess you just know, like, fuck it, apparently meditation's a thing I need to do. But there is quite possibly the most bullshit secret boss in the entire Souls series. Because the entire secret level is in a mountain peak far above the clouds, right?
Right.
So once you get to the end of the level, you ring a big bell, and the big bell causes a massive thunderstorm to start, and all the clouds turn darker, and the clouds pick up and become a lot heavier. And when you look down from the peak, like, there is a specific patch of clouds that is just slightly stronger than the other patch. And maybe if you're specifically looking for it, you can see a fog door in the distance. Other than that, there is nothing to tell you. Jump off the fucking side of the mountain, land on that patch of particularly thicker clouds, go through the fog door, surprise secret boss. That is, like, confounding. Why, you know? Like, secret areas and secret bosses are nothing new for the Souls series. But in Souls 1, the secret areas were very easy to find. And Souls 2... Shit, did Souls 2 have secret areas? Souls 2's secret areas were a little awkward, but Souls 2 wasn't the best. But, like, holy shit. In order to find this secret boss, you have to, 1, figure out the taunt near some fucking corpses that are making the same taunt. 2, ring a fucking bell at the end of a level. 3, make the bizarre and suicidal decision to jump onto a patch of clouds. Oh, and to get to it, you have to go through the worst boss fight in the fucking worst boss fight in the entire game. It's just an invincible dragon. You have to run a fucking marathon through a horde of giant snake dudes, and then jump on the dragon's head. Congrats, you've beaten the boss. What a fucking boss, right? Like,
incredible.
Yeah. It bugs me when bosses have a health meter, but they're a puzzle boss that you just kill in one hit anyways. Like, would anyone else agree with me on that? That seems a little dumb.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's not a real boss fight, you know? I mean, you can have a puzzle boss, but make him a real boss fight on some level, you know? Dark Souls has terrible puzzle bosses. In just about every Souls game, the worst boss is a puzzle boss. The best ones are usually either a particularly innovative giant monster fight, or a duel. A duel against a guy with a sword. Because it's pretty hard not to make those cool, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about Souls 3, you know? It's kind of screwy. There's parts you can tell that they really screwed up. At the same time, there are some innovations that are really neat. Like, they made it where items actually scale with your stats now. No other Souls game does that. So someone could just stick to throwing knives and grenades that entire game. No magic, no swords, no bow and arrow, none of that bullshit. Just throwing knives. Oh, and cover
The ninja build.
And what?
The ninja build.
The ninja build, yes. Complete with holy hand grenades of Antioch. It's a fun game. I'll say that definitely. I think I should put in another playthrough before I make a serious decision here. I need to definitely try out more of the ranged builds, because what I've heard so far is that ranged builds just aren't viable in Souls 3 altogether. I want to see if that's just a PvE thing or a PvP thing. Because Souls has very strange overlap between PvE and PvP.
Yeah.
Oh, also, another guy invaded me, and I got a little bit overconfident.
No.
Yeah. 2 people got called in to help me, and I was like, there's no way we don't got this. And then he, ran back a little bit, and I was like, I'll chase you, you son of a bitch. And yeah, he knew the level better than I did, because he stood and waited there, and then a big fucking roly-poly body slammed me off the side of a mountain, so that was cool. That's always such a terrible feeling when people get someone to help you and then you die anyways. Because you can just feel them over on their console, God knows where, some other side of the fucking world, going like, you stupid son of a bitch. Alright. So yeah, that's just about my week. So, I think we can go ahead and wrap up the podcast here. We actually just hit the hour marker 5 minutes ago, but I feel like do we want to go do something after this?
We can't.
Probably, yeah.
Alright, we better wrap up the recording before we talk about that then.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, Addy, say bye.
So bye.
Yeah! Success! We'll see you later, folks.